there, Taurus. Thank you for joining me for your energy read for the month of July 2020. I hope that all of you are doing well. So, if you have been feeling a little bit reflective or introspective lately, it may be because you are experiencing the impact of Mercury retrograde. So, Mercury retrograde gives you that feeling of sort of needing to reflect on the past. So, in addition to making you introspective and reflective, sometimes it can make you feel a little bit scatterbrained because your thoughts are just not, exactly what they normally are. You could also find that communication is a little bit wonky for you because Mercury is the planet that rules communication. So it could be that, communication between you and other people has been a little wonky, or it could even be electronic communication. Maybe your Zoom meetings have been going a little wacky lately. As far as July coming up, we have a lunar eclipse coming up on the 5th, and it's going to be the last Cancer Capricorn combination eclipse for a little while. We've had several of these that began in 2018, and this is the last of them for a while. So you may end up with like some sort of major revelation or the end of a chapter, because these are coming to an end for now. And then we have the new moon in Cancer on the 20th, and that is a really good energy for setting your intentions. So if there's something that you've been wanting from, and ask the universe for help, that would be the time to do it there at that new moon on the 20th. But okay, let's get to your reading here. So the first card that we'll pick is the overall energy for our Taurus friends for the month of July 2020. And we've got the 5 of Swords. And then what is something positive for our Taurus friends for the month of July 2020? We've got the 7 of Pentacles. And then what about either romantic relationships or some significant relationship? Whatever significant relationship is on the mind of our Taurus friends, what can you tell us about the likely energy of that through July of 2020? We've got the King of Cups. And what about work or school? How's the energy with work or school for Taurus for July 2020? We've got the 9 of Cups. And how about finances? What does the financial house look like for Taurus in July of 2020? We've got Justice. And what are the challenges this month for Taurus? We never like challenges, but we know they're inevitable, and sometimes being prepared helps make them a little bit better. So what are the challenges for Taurus for this month? We've got Judgment. And then what is the advice for Taurus for dealing with any challenges that they're going to encounter in the month of July? What advice do we have for them? We've got the Knight of Wands. So, going through these cards here, the general energy for the month for you Taurus folks came through as the 5 of Swords. So this may be, July may be a month for you that has some changes in it. Things may not be as, stable as you would like them to be, because you will be experiencing change. And change is obviously always difficult for us to deal with. We like routine, we like that stability, but change is inevitable, and as we know, it is often through changes that we are able to experience the most soul growth. So it could be that there is some sort of conflict at work, or it could be conflict in a relationship that is either going to result in some sort of change in your work environment or in an interpersonal relationship. And it doesn't mean that like you're set to lose your job in any way. It's just more some sort of maybe change and restructure, or the way that something is done that sort of makes things topsy-turvy there for a little while. But the good news is that positive things are coming in the future, and that's the card that you got here with something positive for the month, is that the universe is saying that you've been working hard and you've planted your seeds, and that you're going to have to be patient to see these seeds sprout, into the, we'll say flowers figuratively, that you want them to be. But you've tended to your garden, and you do have those positive things coming up in the future. So that is definitely something to look forward to. As far as a romantic relationship, romantically or just some other significant relationship, you ended up with the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is very in touch with his emotional side, as cups deal with things that fill up our heart, things that we are emotional about. So this overall is good news for relationships, because you're going to be in an energy where either you and your partner, or both of you, are going to be in an energy where you're willing to open up your heart to the other person, that you're really willing to listen, and not just with your ears. Really listen to what the other person is saying, rather than, trying to just, listen and then react in a manner that will give you what you want. This has much more depth to it. So usually when that happens, when one person or when both people in a relationship authentically open up their hearts and listen and hear each other from a deeper place, generally that's when the relationship becomes more solid in a positive way. It's like it levels up. So there should be, as a result of that, some sort of increased stability in an important relationship that you have this month. Now, the good news is that it looks like when it comes to work and school, you're going to have a good month. That is the Wishes Fulfilled card there. You can see that the person is sitting in the middle of the circle with the cups, all the golden cups surrounding him. So it's a very positive card. There's yellow in the background, which always signifies positivity, but it's about good fortune. So you should get something that you want with regards to work in school this month. Um, so positivity there. Um, if you do get an opportunity that comes up with regards to work or school this month, the universe wants you to strongly consider taking it. Of course, still weigh all of your options, but the energy for you this month with regards to being fortunate in work or school is definitely there. Um, Financially, you should become more balanced in the month of July. Justice is about achieving balance and getting what you deserve. So if you have been working very hard, energetically, putting a lot into what you do to earn money, it looks like that should be paying you back in some regard this month, because things should become much more balanced. So if you've been in a state where you felt a little out of balance financially, it looks like there is an energy shift there during the month of July sometime. Now, as far as challenges of the month, you have the Judgment card. So this means that whatever's going to challenge you in the month of July is likely to be a significant life lesson for you, because the Judgment card is a major arcana card. So it means that there is a significant life lesson or life lessons that are associated with it. So specifically, the Judgment card generally means that there's a moment of truth coming. You can see this angelic being kind of coming from the sky with a horn. So you're going to get clarity about why something has happened this month. So if there's something that you've been unclear or unsure of, it's likely that the truth is going to be revealed about it here in July. And it's coming up in the position of a challenge. So it may be that it's challenging for you to get this news. The good news is that with this card appearing, it's saying that this is going to open you up for a spiritual awakening, and it's going to put you in a better place because you have learned this lesson. But you're going to have to be honest with yourself and honest about the information that is coming into you about the situation. It may be like when that message comes through, it's sometimes because someone's in a little bit of denial because they don't want to hear about that truth. But the universe is encouraging you to try to be as accepting as you can, and that will make the situation less challenging for you and make it you able to get through this lesson more quickly and easily. And then as far as specific advice for the month, you have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is someone who is moving. The wands are associated with forward movement and action in tarot. The Knight of Wands specifically is someone who is able to be nimble. He is able to change direction fairly easily. So the universe is saying with this card that the advice for you is that with regards to whatever this, this card came up here as change. And this card came up as a moment of truth. So whatever that change, that moment of truth that causes that instability is, that may sort of feel like you're being taken out of a place of stability, and that you may not feel like you're on the path that you want to be on, the universe is saying that the energy is going to be there for you, and that they're strongly recommending that you change direction at that point, and that you try to move yourself forward in a different way. So for instance, it could be that you have the intention of doing something a certain way to get you to a certain place that you want to be at, with regards to a relationship, with regards to school or career, with regards to a personal goal that you have for yourself, depending on your individual situation. But that the information that you get with this declaration that comes with judgment changes that, and you may find that you're not moving forward quite in the way that you thought or wanted. So the universe is saying, change it, and that will put you on a much more positive path for you moving forward. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that you have a blessed July, and I hope to see you in August. If it was something that is helpful, please like and subscribe. But either way, take care.